Hey Tails, DoctorTale here, and we are reacting to how it's made pepperoni. Now, I'm interested. I happen to know how pepperoni is made. Now, if you want more of these videos, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and write in the comment section. And, well, hit that bell notification down there, and that'll give you all. It'll let you know when I upload. So let's get into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This brand of mini pepperoni is made entirely of pork. It comes in a variety of flavors, each made with different seasonings.
Okay.
First, they prepare the raw meat. They combine different cuts in specific proportions to attain their target meat-to-fat ratio. The meat comes from the pig's back, shoulder, and belly. The butcher loads the pork into an automated grinder.
Grinder?
It grinds the pork until it's the right texture for mini pepperoni. They load the ground pork into a mixer and pour in some lactic acid bacterial culture, which will kickstart fermentation later. Next, they add the seasoning mix and a pre-measured amount of concentrated liquid paprika. They continue mixing for a couple of minutes, distributing the ingredients evenly.
It looks like dirt. It looks like dirt, but I can see the pepperoni. I can see it. It looks like nuts. It looks like there's seeds.
Then they transfer the ground pork from the mixer to a meat buggy.
Looks like cake. I would eat that. I like cake. I would eat that.
The meat buggy over to the filling.
I would get fat. Man, that's a gigantic bowl. I could fit myself into it and bury him alive. No.
Machine. And empty the contents. A worker loads a tube of sausage casing. The filling machine pumps out 1.6 ounces of ground pork. Then twists the casing between each one to form a link.
So that's how sausages have their points. I did not know that. Well, the more you know. Right, guys? The more you know.
The machine feeds 25 link chains onto a hanging line.
Christ.
Next, they ferment, smoke, and dry the meat. Workers hang 3 dozen 25 link chains on each smokehouse rack.
Wait, how many?
Each smokehouse rack. Then they roll the rack into the smokehouse rack. Link chains on each. Workers hang 3 dozen 25 link chains.
3 dozen and 25 chains. Man! Where do you get the money for that? Jesus! Wow! How is this? I did not know. This is so surprising because I didn't know this. I did not know this stuff. I did not know. Oh my God, guys. Jesus.
Chains on each smokehouse rack. Then they roll the rack into the smokehouse. First, they humidify and heat the links to approximately 77 degrees, triggering fermentation. The lactic acid bacterial culture starts feeding on the dextrose in the seasoning.
Scott!
The process increases the acidity in the meat, preventing harmful bacteria from growing. It also produces a fermented flavor.
Looks like wood. No, look, what is that? Well, I know, it reminds me of something, because it reminds me of wood and rock. It looks like rocks, like wood. Is that wood? What is that?
After about 14 hours, they lower the temperature and humidity to halt fermentation. Next, they start up the smoke generator, which they've loaded with maple and beechwood chips. They run several smoking cycles until the links change color and acquire a slightly sweet and smoky taste.
Yeah, that's what
Then they raise the heat again to cook the meat thoroughly.
Those are the cooks that I'm used to. Yeah, boy.
Finally, they dry the links in a temperature and humidity controlled room for a couple of days.
I did not know that took that much. How it's made, frozen pieces, dog and cat food. How it's made, honey. I'm going to watch this. Let's watch how it's made, honey.
It's Winnie the Pooh's favorite treat.
No
It's
crap.
sweet and sticky, and it's all produced by an industrious and intelligent insect whose miniature society is one of the most sophisticated in the animal kingdom.
I'll be back.
It all begins in a field where worker honeybees suck nectar from flower blossoms such as clover. They store it in their honey sac, then return to the hive where other worker bees suck it out and chew it, breaking down the nectar's complex sugars into two simple sugars called glucose and fructose. The bees then deposit the nectar into the cells of the wax honeycombs they've built. They fan it with their wings until most of its water content evaporates in the warm air of the beehive. What's left is thick and gooey honey. The bees then cap each honey-filled cell with beeswax. That's when the beekeeper steps in. Bees will sting if taken by surprise, so the beekeeper sprays the hive with smoke from burning pine needles, a scented warning that foreigners are about to enter the hive. Inside the hive are wooden frames hanging side by side, each holding a honeycomb. A hive can house hundreds of thousands of bees, all descendants of the prolific.
I'm afraid of bees. And I got stung by one during the summer. And my brother, Big Boss Planet, got stung as well. And it wasn't a good time. So I'm afraid of these things. I've been afraid of these things since I was 5 years old. I've been afraid of these stuff. And I hate them. I hate them to the brink. I won't even go outside during the summer. I won't. I will not go outside during the summer because of this. Not. Screw that.
Grand poobah of beedom, the queen bee. She's the big one in the middle. The queen bee lays up to 2,000 eggs a day, creating the workforce needed to feed and protect the colony. But the beekeeper tricks the colony's defenders. He replaces the hive's cover with a device called a bee escape, which smells like cherries. Bees dislike the scent, so most fly to the bottom sections of the hive. Another warning spray, and the beekeeper removes the bee escape. Now he can escape with the honeycombs. Inside the honey factory, they put the honeycomb frames on what's called an uncapping machine. Like a razor, it shaves the wax caps off the honey-filled cells of the combs.
Oh! Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. I want to bite it. I want to bite it. But I'm not going to go to a beehive and flip in, like, get honey. I'm not going to do that because I'm definitely afraid of bees. And I'm just checking my corners now. So people, and I've been afraid. Whenever I see something flying around all the time, I'm like, because to be aware, I am aware. Like, if I see a bee, I'm running. If I see a bee, if a bee goes in front of me, I'm running.
They scrape off the remnants manually.
Manually.
Then they set the frames on another machine called a honey extractor. It spins the honeycombs until all the honey is forced out of the cells. Afterwards, they filter the honey to remove any pieces of wax capping that slip through. Then, the honey is ready for bottling.
What?
Some beehives contain smaller frames designed to produce honey that isn't extracted from the honeycomb. Workers remove the frame and cut the honeycomb into pieces as is with a heated knife.
I want to eat that.
That seals the wax around.
I want to eat that. I want to eat that. It just looks so good.
The honey inside.
Oh my god, it looks so good. I want to find it.
You eat it. Wax and
Yes! Eat it.
The beeswax lining of the honeycomb
Wait, the bees are still in there. The bees are still
goes
there?
to make candles, furniture polish, lipsticks, and other products.
Wait, what are you doing for?
Goes to make candles, furniture. The beeswax lining of the honeycomb goes to make candles, furniture polish, lipsticks, and other products.
So nothing's unused. Nothing's unused. Nothing is unused. Nothing's unused. Like, they don't just throw out the hive. They actually put stuff to work. That's so good for us because you could use something for something else. And those cones look so good to eat. Oh, I want it.
When producers have more liquid honey than they can sell, they simply let it granulate, develop sugar crystals, and turn hard and white. Then, when the orders come in, they return it to its original liquid form by heating it to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. They vacuum clean the jars. Then fill them. One beehive can yield up to 7 pounds of honey in a single day. That's much more than the bees need.
I know. I hate the bees, but my mans, they are so good. They are so good at doing their job. Like I'm gonna go up to a bee. I'm not gonna go. Imagine me going up to be up. Thank you for the honey. Thank you for the honey. Thank you. No problem, man. No problem. Thank you. Yeah.
For themselves. The surplus is what we end up eating.
Ooh! I'm not saying what's that?
Honey production today is both efficient and humane. For centuries, the only way to harvest honey from hives had been to kill the bees. Then,
I know I hate them, but you don't do that. Don't do that. Don't kill them. They're going extinct now. They're going extinct now. Don't kill bees. Don't kill the bees. Don't. And we have like
the only way to harvest honey from hives had been to kill the bees. Then, in 1851, an American beekeeper invented a way to get the honey, yet spare the bees. His method, with the removable honeycomb frames, is the one we still use today.
So, that's all for this video. If you liked it, as I said, hit that like button. Subscribe for more content. I'll see you all in the next video. So I haven't been uploading lately. I haven't been feeling like streaming lately. I was gonna record a video yesterday, but I didn't know what games to play. But Subnautica, gonna do that. 100% Subnautica, because Subnautica is a good game. Best game. Ready? Okay, so that's it. I'll see you all in the next video. See you later, my tails.